Now it's even easier to sell for free on eBay. I was thinking, maybe I should sell that juicer we've used a grand total of once. Or the shirt I've been saying I'll wear.
I am here. I need to go take my pills. I'll be back in like 30 seconds to go take my pills. I'm just takes me a bit to fully wake up after I wake up in the morning. Okay. What I wanted to discuss today over voice was the rules for the Faction Wars tournament to make sure they all made sense. To talk about some of the ideas that I've had going forward. Yeah, so well, they're kind of like responses to things, so I don't know the context. I can read them, but they're all like out of context. Oh, when the hell did I turn you down? I turned your volume down at some point. Yeah, sometimes I have well, sometimes when I have a really bad headache, everything gets too loud, so I turn everybody's volume down, and I don't know when the last happened. Let me drink some water. I'll be back in a minute. Uh, Well, I mean, that's pooping and vomiting. Are you? Oh God. God damn it. Stupid thing speaking. All right. Oh, now I'm here. Oh God. Oh, I can't keep sitting down like this. Why does this keep fucking falling? Okay. Are the both of you still there? Okay. What counts as hand traps? The conclusion says not a hand trap is that we provide a list of what we consider to be a hand trap. And for the monster wise, can we grab generic extra deck monsters that are not in our faction, something like Cross Sheep? Yes. As long as it's not specifically part of a like an archetype, and by archetype I mean a cards that mention each other by name in their text. I know monarchs technically are an archetype because they mention each other's stat lines. So for the purpose of what is an archetype, excuse me, um, the monarchs would count, but there are a few things that we kind of consider to be archetypes in quotation marks that don't actually mention each other. They are just cards with similar names, with vaguely similar effects. I would say those are okay, but anything that's specifically like outside of those things that are free agents or in your faction's archetypes, that are like I don't know, like fucking I don't think of something generic. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. The idea is that like things only become legal if you make themselves legal for yourself. But if you give up your slots for Azamina, then you basically like you're abdicating your power over your opponents by keeping. They can just say, well, fuck you. Now you can't have infinite impermanence. You're like shit. the the rules state that when you choose a card for an exclusive, if it's from another, if it is from an archetype that's outside of the ones that are listed for your faction or the generics, it becomes legal for you to use and you alone. The other players don't get to do it. So let's say you're playing with Tri Brigade, you could give up your spell slot for Tenki, so that the Tri Brigade player can play with 3 copies of Tenki. But that means you've abdicated your spell slot, which you could have used to steal a power spell like Forbidden Droplet, Lightning Storm, or something else like that. That's the idea. If you could take, if you have the ability to give yourself cards that are outside of your archetype normally, are like outside of your reach normally, that you really want to use, like if you were playing Drytron, you could just give up your spell slot to grab Cyber Emergency, or give up your monster slot, or give up your wild card for Ben 10, but you'd be lacking everything else. You have to be very judicious about what you use. You could give yourself Engraver, but what the fuck are you gonna go get with it? Yeah. Um. What is a hand trap? There's a list of them on Wikipedia. Actually, if you look it up, there's just a list of every hand trap in the game. It's like there are things that do this, and then things that do that, and then things that do this, and then the weird ones, like Karibos, they stop attacks. All the Karibos, Battle Fader, Swift Scarecrow, things like that. And then there's like deals with banished cards, Lancia, Chaos Hunter, deals with drawing cards, Ash, Droll. Yeah, it's like draws you cards. Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Um, yeah, yeah. All the furniture are hand traps. They're also part of an archetype. I would say, like, there aren't a lot of yeah. They're part of an archetype, so you would have to give yourself specifically like Chandra Liger or Kuklok. To which it's like, what about the rest of of Labyrinth? Do you want to be able to search it? Oh, fuck you. Give up your spell. Give up one of your trap slots for like Welcome Labyrinth, and your wild card for Lovely Lady or something like that. Like, come on, or Ariana. Like, yeah. A wild card could be anything except for a hand trap. Except for a hand trap. Round one. It's is spell first. It's fusion, then synchro, then exceeds, then link. So fusion goes first. Then for the next set, trap, synchro goes first, and fusion goes last. Then for hand trap, exceeds goes first, synchro goes last. And then for wild card, link goes first, exceeds goes last. Do you consider it to be a hand trap? Hmm. There's a couple of um trap cards that will say on them, if you do X, Y, or Z, then you can activate it from the hand without having to set it first. Like, I wouldn't consider those to be to be like important enough to be considered to be I don't think people even consider setting evenly matched like ever. But I've never heard it considered a hand trap. But you're right. Yeah, hand traps can only be selected as part of the selected as exclusives for in the hand trap slot. You can't do 4 hand traps. Oh yeah, you're right. Isn't she already in the real ban list, like the real TCG ban list? Kenj. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it in a second. When a faction chooses an exclusive card, other factions may not also choose the same card. In addition, any card you choose becomes legal for use to use for your faction, even if it is archetypal. Your team should have at least 1 to 2 alternative options ready. Yeah. So I have written down hand traps can only be selected as part of the hand trap slot. Example: you can't choose imperm for the trap slot, but can choose it for the hand trap slot. Deck building was the part that I wanted to make sure the people were the most okay with. Basically, everybody has to pick. You can't have everybody play one archetype, where everybody goes, "This is the best deck. Let's all play that." Everybody has to play something different. Yeah, it's yeah, everybody has to play something different. You can play with the super heavy card as like a little engine in your deck, but you can't be the majority of your deck. You have to actually do something else with your deck. You can borrow each other's engines, but you can't just beat each other's decks. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's one of those hard to pin down things, but you know it when you see it. When you see somebody has essentially just cloned someone else's list, or is like, I am technically playing the super heavy samurai, but they're actually playing like synchro, like some other synchro decks like TG that just happens to have that. That's fine. But if they say, "Oh, I'm playing TG," but they're playing a super heavy samurai list, and they have like maybe 2 or 3 TG cards, it's like, go back to the drawing board. I want to see actual TG cards in this goddamn deck. I know. What? Nightmare Corruptor, not Corruptor, but like, yeah, Nightmare Corruptor Ibli isn't banned. I'm surprised. Isn't she just horrible, degenerate fucking bullshit that she just fucking spell locks you or something? Link locks you. Yeah, that'll have to go onto the ban list then to ensure that that doesn't fucking happen. I forgot about that. Bookmarks, the desktop bookmarks, other bookmarks. Yugioh prog ban list builder. There we go. Am I logged in? Maybe. Yeah, I'm logged in. Okay. Faction wars list. Um. Oh, God damn it. So the rest of the ban list is I decided to limit Celestial, like bring Celestial back to 1 so that the hero players can have it for DPE. Although I did limit DPE to 1. I decided to limit both Zeus and Typhon because the Xyz players are probably going to be able to play, or are probably going to be playing that. Limited super poly. I limited heavy storm so that people can play with that again, kind of like they do in the in Master Duel. I brought back super heavy samurai scarecrow to 1. Verta Anaconda is at 1. Broad Bull is at 1. I also made sure that Infinity is at 1. The Ancient Gear Towers boss is at 1, so people can't make 2 or 3 of it somehow and just like become impossible to deal with. And Soul Piercer, the card that usually goes into Scarecrow, is also at 1. Are those all fine? How about Rapier and Barrage at 2? Yeah. As well as Trident is at 2 as well. Should Trident be at 3? 2 is fine. What about TG Hyper Librarian being at 2? Because it's been limited for a fucking dog's age. It's whenever you synchro draw a card. Synchro 5. Okay. In the unlimits, Sunvine Healer, Sun Avalon Dryas, they're fine at 3. Bonfire is fine at 3 since they're not really going to be able to do much with Snake Eye, even if they give themselves Snake Eye Poplar and also OSS in the spell and in the monster and spell slot. What the hell are they gonna do with it? They don't have anything else for Snake Eye. It's like one of the things like you could go out of your way to give yourself powerful cards from an outside archetype, but then you have to spend everything to do that, and you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. Since you can't. Yeah, it's like, oh, I could summon Poplar, and what the fuck are you gonna do with Poplar? Maybe you could use it to go get Rocket Salamander, but you don't need that. I personally feel that Card of Demise and Into the Void are fine in limited art things like this, where you don't really have access to all of the stupid, broken, annoying bullshit that you usually use for draw cards like that, like Exodia, because you don't really have Exodia. What are you gonna do? Give yourself a left leg? Same with Saka's Light. Let the super heavy samurais play with it. It's fine. Mm. But it's there. It's tempting, and it could make somebody play it and then lose, and that's funny. And of course, chicken game I think is also fine. Oh, have a good night, Coot. I didn't realize you're going to bed. Go has a good eep. Good night, Coot. Oh, do we need this section of the ban list? The otherwise restricted. The 3-2 ratio. Probably not for this one. Yeah, just the one ban list. Are there any hand traps you feel like shouldn't be in the format? Like, I know we've already banned Lancia because it's a lingering floodgate. We don't like those. What others? Because we brought Ash back. Ash is back now. Yeah. We banned Droll because Droll is a lingering floodgate. You can plan around it. Yeah, and put Lancia on there. Yeah, I'm putting Lancia into the ban list as well. Because we've banned all three mulch armies. All the mulch armies are all banned. Yeah, I'm going to let me just go sort and then save. It is public, thank God, so I can do that. 1 second, let me export as shareable link. That's the link to the page that I'm on currently. Pretty much everything on this ban list is somebody's fault. I feel like. If you're wondering why a bunch of new shit is on here that seems kind of inconsequential, it's because JJ sat down and figured out how to create a horrible stun deck for any tournament that just uses generic cards to just slow the game down to a crawl. Yeah, turn skip. Yeah, they found a way to do like janky turn skip, and I was like, no, I'm not allowing that. Yeah, they figured out how to do the world. They also figured out how to do a world list world lock where they had Burning Bamboo Sword terminal world and something else to make it so that you skipped your main phase 1 and your battle phase, which would just skip you right to your fucking end phase. And I was like, I don't want to encourage people to have access to cards that are like. I think it's okay to have Gravity Bind legal because that is the least annoying floodgate in the world. You could because it has no protection and it's not really that much of a problem. Most monsters just come in with an effect and then pop it. It's not protecting itself. But things that fully skip your turn. Yup. Yeah. Those don't matter. It's like I played Final Countdown and Gravity Bind. It's not Goat anymore. Die. It's not. Good luck. Good luck. But yes. Yeah, I put lose 1 turn on there. That's new. Fire Prison, Terminal World, Burning Bamboo Sword, and Quiet Life. All of those have been put on there because of their involvement in the bullshit. Um, Guard Dog is on there permanently now because anytime flips are legal, Guard Dog. Yup. Oh, I also banned Ryo. I realized nobody ever hit Ryo or Angel 07 for that matter. But if it is easy to get to, fuck, you know. And then Ryo is just you can't add cards and deck to your hand. Or is it you can't draw cards because of effects? I can't remember. I know you could. I know its thing is that you can sack it to blank a summon. Mm, sure, I'll move it over into the threes. Yes, Savage Dragon is banned. All of the generic negate creators at this point are pretty much all banned. Make their own monsters, I guess. Give yourself exactly, yeah. How about, the DPE stuff? Yep. 3. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because Celestial is just a draw 2 for hero. Because you dump your whole hand, and then because your hand is empty, you use Celestial to draw an extra card on your next turn. Yeah, that is literally all Celestial does. It is the best hero. Sorry, it's the best Destiny hero target for DPE because you need one that's level 5 or higher, and you need one that's like level 4 or lower, I think, or something like that, like a level 4 or lower hero. And that one just kind of fit the slot because hey, it lets you kind of draw a card sometimes. So it's like that's fine. Like Dasher, people use Dasher because it just sometimes gets you a monster for free. How about should Chaos Ancient Gear Giant be at 1? The only reason I have it there is because it is a towers. How many other towers are there in the format? I don't know. Who else can put up towers? Let me go see. Oh, that's true. Xyz has Raid Raptor, doesn't it? God, they have two. They have 2 towers, and one of them is way better than the other. Should we ban Rising Rebellion Falcon? Yeah. Just 1/1 for each of them. Let me go find them now. Right, there we go. They're both in there. Does your topic have anything more yet? I think so. So, is there anything in Utopia, Time Thief, or the rest of this that we need to worry about? Like, no, no, no. I just heard you sit down. Um, Lyrillus has a fusion that's banned. Do we unban it? Yeah, it's been banned for years because it's Heart Neptune. because you can summon it and then you use it to copy other shit. I think they are both banned for like similar reasons. Assembled Nightingale. Fuck. I'll find it through this stuff and it's not brand. It's not banned. Mm. They just said fuck it. That guy who gets to get to who becomes an absolute fuck mass of towers. Yeah, no, get out of here. Although I did unban it for the water tournament because fucking you wouldn't have access to that nice thing to use it with anyways. So fuck it, who cares? For synchro, is there anything under synchro that needs to get limited? Because I already banned board fly for Flower Guardian. You can't just have a monster that is Necro Valley that just completely just disables like everything. You have to actually OTK with it. Or I guess set up the thing where you burn your opponent to death when they draw their hand. Mm-hmm. They do have their new cards. They're fine. Their new boss monster is, I think, a conditional. 1 second. Or new Fabled cards. They have a Vayu, kind of that's only activatable from the hand and is kind of okay. Uh, Fabled Gamer. Sorry. Fabled Gaming. Uh, when he's synchroed, you can special summon one of the little guys from your extra deck to kind of like synchro climb. Their new boss, Lavalzable, is once per main phase, tribute any number of Fabled. Take control of the same number of monsters your opponent controls, but their effects are negated. And if it's in your graveyard, target a Fable in your graveyard, return that card to the extra deck, and if you do, add the other target to your hand. So it's a conditional change of heart, but you need to have other Fabled on the field in order to tribute to activate it, and only during your main phase. But you also negate their effects when you steal them, so they're basically just bodies. And resurrection of a fabled realm, set a fabled spell trap, and then and then it makes it so that your like all of your fabled synchro monsters effects become spell speed 4. That's it. Sorry, specifically when you synchro summon, your opponent cannot respond to them as long as they're fabled synchro monsters. So it's only their activated effect when they're synchroed, only for fabled, and only then does it get to be spell speed 4. And once per turn, you could just ditch a fable to either draw a card or special summon a fable, one of the little fabled monsters from your graveyard or banishment. That's it. That's all they do. I think they're fine. For Flower Guardian, do we want to make it so that they also can't do the FTK where they make it so that when you they burn you for 4K and then when you draw your card for turn they burn you again? they set it up to make you draw extra cards, and then because of their board plus your hand is like it's kind of like Secret Barrel almost. I can't remember what the fucking name of the card is. Type it in. Moonflower Viewing. Once per turn during the main phase, you can draw a card, and if you do, show it. Then if it's a Flower Guardian, special summon it, and it can attack directly. If you activate this effect this turn, skip the draw phase next turn. When this is used synchro material, you can also. Or is it Light Shower? It's Light Shower. Your opponent cannot target Flower Guardians with card effects. Also, those monsters cannot be destroyed during your opponent's draw phase. If they draw cards for their normal draw, inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent once per turn during the end phase. Activate either one of these effects. Skip your draw or negate this card's effects. I have seen them do that before, where you go to they ding you multiple times over the course of the turn, and then when you go to draw your last card, they kill you. Or draw the card for your turn, they kill you. Look it up. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, I've fucking seen what ink can do with Flower Guardians. Yeah, it's true. They're if you're okay with them being able to just like kind of nail somebody for a shitload of burn damage on turn one and just kind of like put them to either immediately kill them or put them into a position where they can't do anything. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. But I don't. Cause I swear to God, you can instantly kill. Like we have replays from one of the tournaments where we watched them fucking do it. True. The thing is that they basically they play solitaire for like 20 minutes. Their greatest enemy is the fucking turn timer. I still think they're fine. Is there anything with like with Blackwing or Battle Wasp that we're afraid of? Um, the Blackwing cards, they're mostly kind of fine because they're kind of I wouldn't say they all suck, but they're all kind of like a lot of the old cards don't matter. And the only thing that might be mildly annoying is Armor Master. Is Full Armor Master because of the wedge counters and stuff. But like, who gives a shit? Yeah, yeah. Unaffected by other cards' effects. Yep. Um, Fusion. Cyber Dragon, we've already dealt with with their most problem card, which is Infinity. Infinity at 1 means they can still use it if they want to, but they don't have to, and otherwise they can just do their usual OTK shenanigans on turn 2, so long as they don't get interrupted at all, ever. Otherwise, they die on the spot. Because, it turns out that if you get ashed and then impermed at the right time, you just kind of lose if your deck sucks balls. Um, Fluffle. Fluffle has. They have anything really annoying? Bull Whale, I guess? But who gives a shit? Hero. Is there anything hero other hero cards that should get limited? Oh yeah, Plasma's a fun.
Okay.
Oh good, thank you. It is just skill drain. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I guess we'll have to ban that so that because it is skill drain. How will I make Dread Master or whatever that other one is that has the There's one of them that's like a fusion of Dogma and Plasma. Destiny End Dragoon. Yeah, the Destiny End Dragoon is Plasma plus Dogma. No. God no, that card is dog shit. There was a dual trial once where it was playable and you would use it specifically because of Break the Destiny, which specifically needs Destiny and Dragoon on the field in order to use it to turn skip your opponent. And I could just kill my opponent 6 ways to Sunday before ever getting to that because I'm not fucking stupid. Shadal's I've already banned Winda. Is there anything else that needs to be banned or limited? What about Predaplants? Is there anything for Predaplants that needs to get limited or banned? Yeah, he's not free. Uh, Also, because there's only one Starving Venom. Oh, sorry, there's only one with Super Poly, you can't just trip a thigh from your opponent and just eat their board. So all of that's fine. Let me scroll down. So links. Everything with Geist is fine. Geist is annoying, but fine because there's nothing else that Geist does that's truly like broken. They're just irritating. Yeah. What do? You play Floodgates. So Code Talker is fine. Do we want to limit the access code update jammer interaction? Yeah, I can just update jammer and be like, yeah, you can play access code, but fuck you for your. Oh, are there any other code talkers that need to get limited? Actually, I just realized something. Fucking Link Decoder got like limited or banned recently. We should probably unban that. Yeah, it's forbidden. We should unban Link Decoder because it's banned for malice reasons. Yeah, it was their hit to malice. I'm putting it back at 3. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm just gonna give myself all a bunch of malice cards and play really shitty malice. All right, go ahead, asshole. Rocket. Are there any of the Boral loads that need to be banned besides the one that's already banned? Because I don't want to give them Savage Dragon back. I really don't want to do that. And besides, they have a towers. They have Borland. Oh, it's one per link material for the thing you use to make it. True, but you get multiple uses over multiple turns. Yeah. So Boral End should be in the. I was gonna say, yeah, you're probably gonna have a moment of like, oh my god, I can play Boral, I can play fucking Boral Savage Load Dragon. Hell yeah! Wait, I can't take that for my faction because I'm not playing with the fucking Link faction. I can't steal that from other people. It's just gone now. They just had the Rocket player just has it. Sky Striker. Is there anything Sky Striker that should be limited or banned? Do we put Engage back to 1? No. I was gonna say, is there any? What was the reason why a bunch of Sky Striker stuff was like limited and banned for so long? Was it just because it's just so repeatable? Sun and Tri Brigade don't matter because they're fine. Like, oh no, Sun without Rika. Whatever they're gonna do. I guess make Venkalancer, but I don't care. Unless they give themselves exactly Teardrop the Rika Queen, but like, who the fuck cares? Yeah, burn your slot on that. I don't care. Trickstar. Is there anything like really problematic with Trickstar? Like, do we have to go and relimit or reban Light Stage or anything like that? Yeah. And Valmonica, nothing really matters for Valmonica because it's fine as an archetype. They just exist. Are there any other hand traps or generic cards that you think that we should limit or ban?
Yeah, put this back on.
I think Lightning Storm is now limited to 1, which is good.
No, I don't know actually.
I'm pretty sure it got limited recently, like the previous ban list, the one that banned Link
I think
Decoder.
semied.
They moved like 1.
It's semied.
It's been semied for some.
Yeah,
I thought it was always at. It was always at 1. I thought it recently got put to 1.
I think it only ever actually went to 2. And just like the thing is,
I think it's fine at 2.
People see it less, yeah. And I think it's just like, oh, I've seen less, that'll do.
Yeah. And 1 heavy storm is always like nice to have, I guess, if you're playing an archetype that doesn't really care about having a lot of back row.
Yeah.
And it's a good blowout card to deal with like annoying back row decks, like for example, Altergeist. Nice personal spoofing you've got set there. Oh, it'd be a shame if something happened to it. What other generic cards are there out there that you feel like should be limited or banned?
I don't know. Like, I honestly don't
do we
like.
ban evenly? Do we limit it?
I don't think so. Because like it is a good comeback tool, and that's the thing. Yu-Gi-Oh is always killing for more like ways to actually break back on the second turn. Like, as much as I kind of like hate how unfair evenly can be, like it's a completely okay card most of the time. Because you're going second, your opponent probably has negates. Unless you've got double evenly, you're probably not actually doing anything with it. You're just, trading out one negate for a board breaker instead of one of your starters.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think is the most heinous thing in the world.
Oh no, my cool board got broken. I've been defeated. No, this is a crime. I'm supposed to win everything forever. No.
I just kind of hate how it's not once per turn, but at the same time, like, that's one of the reasons why it's played. It's not once per turn.
Yeah. Funniest interaction I've ever had was somebody used a destruction effect and on evenly matched that didn't negate, so they just had to wipe their own board. I was like, why did you do that? Bro, that card doesn't negate. What are you doing? But no, we're okay with most of the hand traps. I'm pretty sure, except for like Lancia and Droll and Dimension Shifter. Are the rules for
I think the
picking
rules
your
are pretty clear.
cards?
It's just like, from one of the other calls at some point, I thought it sounded like we were allowing hand traps to be picked outside of the hand trap slot, which was like a little bit weird.
I guess you could literally be the person who goes who gets to go first for and like snipe.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think we should, like, imperm counts as both, right? We'll just say imperm as the example.
Imperm counts as both.
So I think we should.
Imperm is a hand trap. You can't put it in the trap slot. You have
exactly.
To be in
That's
the
what I
trap
wanted.
slot.
That's one of the things I wanted to clarify. Oh, also, like, something that Goop brought up, which, yeah, we should, like, bring up because, of course, you suggested, like, I think by and large we have the rules of it sus pretty much. Like, I think we're all happy on that front with the ban list overall, with the rules, the individual, bits and bobs. It's just, the last minute suggestion of, what if we upped the pricing for this? and it's
I was willing to put some extra money in to up the pricing because as I'm trying to figure out ways to
now,
encourage people to
long
play.
story short, we figured that there are two ways. Well, there are a few ways this goes down. The first thing is, okay, if we leave the pricing as is, top 3 is very stable. It's, it's rewarding the best players. Good job, everyone. Rewarding the entire team. Okay, so you give everyone a blanket equal amount. Now, what about the person who actually won for that team, then? Do they get more? Do they get the same? How does, does everyone just agree on that? Or does the person who won, who actually put in the effort, whether or not it is, but,
The person who actually wins the tournament for that team gets, like, a little bit more than everybody else, but everybody else who was on that team gets a little something as, like, a consolation for being part of the team that won.
Okay, and then does prizing for second and third still exist? Or is it just the top team now?
Yeah.
Because it does?
Yeah, the idea would be that everybody who was on the team that gets first gets a little bit of gets a little bit of money, like maybe like $10 each, maybe. The people who were in second, they all get like
the standard
maybe like
issue.
$5 or $10 as well. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd have like $100 to distribute, and I'm pretty sure, what is it, like 8 people per team, max?
I mean, yeah, like the highest turnout we've had is like 31, maybe 32 people, and then a couple of dropouts. But the thing is, like, I feel that it's a bit of a weird one, because then, as much as, like, okay, the Synchro team wins because, let's say, they got top 1, the Fusion gets, let's say, second and third as well, and, like, holds, like, for sake of argument, basically Fusion holds the rest of the top 8. Like, Synchro still wins because Synchro just got that, like, one person up to, like, right at the top. Just feel like, I understand it. It feels a little odd. Like, it's grounds that aren't
I like the idea
clear.
of you were on the team that won. You should feel like you get something a little bit for that, so it's not like, yay, we won, I don't get shit because I wasn't the person who won the whole thing, Because it's a team format, I feel like the whole team should get something for
but it
getting up into that first.
It does just kind of feel that, like,
everybody gets their $10 for showing up even if they get dumpster fucked. Pin all your hopes on the one person who made an actually decent deck.
Yeah, but that feels like
let's think of the other way. How it is currently. Let's say Fusion, everybody but one person gets knocked out. That person carries that team to victory, but they get prize money. Nobody else on their team gets prize money. Then what the fuck was the point of being on a team, right? That's the idea. Is if we're emphasizing team play, we should emphasize that the prizing goes to the team.
Yeah.
We could also just have it be that the team that gets there has a little bit extra, but it gets split evenly amongst all the members of the team.
Like, I don't. It just feels like it's something that we really need to clarify before we, like, mention it.
Yes,
in
that's
the
why
slightest.
I'm talking about it now.
I know it's why we're talking about it now.
That's why I'm talking about it.
But I'm saying that, like, we need
that's
to
why we're talking about it now.
We really do need to talk about this one, like, thoroughly, and just sort of, like, think about the possible reactions to it, think about how it's, like, split properly. There's also the fact of, like, it feels rough to have just you contributing. I know it's a voluntary thing. It's you choosing to. But it feels very rough to have just the one person contributing to it.
It would be, do you want to volunteer, like, $50 for £50 or something like that to the pool, I guess, for the prizing for this specific tournament.
I mean, you see, that's the thing.
That was the idea.
Like, because it's me, I would. Like, I would just say that,
Yeah.
like, no, that feels weird that you're the only one offering things up. Can't expect you to just, like, fork out, like, 50 and just say that, yeah, with that's the extra pricing. It's all coming out of just this guy's pocket. Because I know that, like, I haven't been the most active in helping out with this tournament, but at the end of the day, still fellow tournament organizer, as is Goot, and,
So it's
like...
like, yeah, you're the founder of this tournament series. I just do all the back end stuff because I like doing back end stuff.
I don't think founder is still correct. Like, end of the day, the founder is, like, whoever did it so long ago, and Joe's like, oh yeah, we used to do tournaments here. Do you guys want to do tournaments again?
Yeah.
And then a few
Still,
volunteers.
you're the one who originally organized all of the early tournaments, the ones that have videos. And those are all great. And those will come back one day.
What, the
So I'm
videos?
thinking one of the faction wars could literally be Team Coin Flip versus Team Zero Attack versus Team,
Oh,
fucking
that'd be
stupidly gigantic.
so bad.
Oh yeah, it would be awful. It
It
would
would
be a fucking dog shit format. It'd be so funny.
You would have to random into, like, whatever faction you had. You couldn't be allowed to choose that. No one would choose to be part of literally the Luck faction. Unless the
Team Gamble
Luck
Corps,
faction...
Team Zero Attack, Team NR, and Team, like, something else or something like that.
Unless the Luck faction had, like, a clause that, the theme had to be gambling, but you could, like, you could do it in different ways.
Yeah. Find a way to roll, you have to have some dice rolling or coin flippy cards in your deck.
Yeah.
Gamble maxing.
Exactly.
I was also thinking about doing,
Excavate.
one day we sat down and we literally did hat format where we found every single monster that's wearing a hat.
Yeah. I ended up...
That never happened. We threatened it many times. It never happened.
Yeah. Hey, just quick question.
Oh, well, you'll play hat format, all right.
Is Magnamut limited in Master Duel, do you know?
Yes.
Fuck.
Magnamut, I think, is limited. I think both of the Bestials, the main no. The main Bestials are limited in the TCG. I'm not sure about Master Duel. In the TCG, it's one Pizza Hut and one Diet Dr. Drew's Worm.
Hold on. Fuck.
Oh no.
I pulled the second one.
Oh no.
That could have been any UR in the game. But it's shinier. I'll play it. Oh well. If there's nothing else this stream has, it has a second Magnamut pull, I guess. Yeah, that seems like a chaotic time. I feel like that actually would be kind of fun to roll out, like, at some point, but you just, like, the actual prep work going into that is insane. And the hat one, I think, yeah, it just needs to be... I'll dedicate some time to it, and then just kind of, like, chip
It's
away
like,
at
how
it.
much money would we consider putting in to make it so that, yeah, it's like, how much money should each person in the winning team get, like first place, and then the team that got second place, how much money should they get per person? Yeah.
The thing is,
and then we figure out how much money we want to, like, throw in extra on top of that to get there.
unless it is...
I think that. Yeah, because I think the placing shouldn't be the person who wins. I think it should be the team who wins. So that people can feel good that even though they didn't go all the way, that their teammates are carrying them. And if your teammate, who is goated and godlike, carries you to victory, you should feel good that your team won.
I mean, at the end
You
of the
were
day,
rooting for
it's
each
like,
other.
it's why, it's why, like, sweepstakes are fun, right? Because even though you have no reason to, like, affect the outcome, because it's, like, it's a football team somewhere, then, like, it's still fun, because your team is, losing to someone else, or, helping someone, like, they're winning, and therefore, like, helping you out. And so it's the same kind of principle as that, I guess, when it comes down to it.
MBT now has a real agent. Downside, the way they described him on the announcement is so mean.
What, he has an agent now?
Certified King of Games, multiple-time YCS participant. Tom, they didn't have to do you dirty. Holy shit.
I mean, I'm sure many people have participated multiple times, you know?
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, get fucked.
I think, okay, for like the prizing bit, we definitely very clearly need to think about the amount that's being put in first, if we are like going ahead with it. That's the first thing.
Yeah, I would be willing to throw $50 in there, basically, into the pool.
Yeah. Because from whatever we're comfortable using as our personal maximum, we can then find out that, like, okay, how would we allocate for X number of players?
Oh, sorry, I lost track of what you were saying. Say that again?
I'm saying that we need to work out what the maximum we're, like, comfortable with putting in is, so that we can then decide how you'd allocate it among, you know, X number of players.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like I said, that maximum I'm comfortable throwing in is $50
okay, like
from my end.
there.
What would you say is your like maximum that you'd be comfortable with? Because I'm always going to go a little higher, and I can always bring mine down.
Okay, let me put it this way then. If we assume a tournament of 16, we said that top 1, 2, and 3 prizing still exists, which is separate from the group prizing. Is that what we said?
I think that the group prizing should, if we want it to be truly equal, you would add the extra money on top of first, second, and third place, and just increase them slightly, and then evenly distribute it amongst all the people who are there.
Okay, so basically top 1, 2, 3 prizing doesn't exist and is swapped out a little bit. That's what we're going with.
It's top team. It's first place team, second place team, third place team. That would be the idea. That's the first idea. The second idea is to give a consolation prize of like maybe $10 each to the people who are on a team that placed first, or like $15 for the people who were on the do like 20 for the people who were in first place, 15 for the or 10 for the people who were in second place, and 5 for the people who were in third. This is just an example. These are just round numbers. It wouldn't actually have to be that way. Just the third option is just increase the pricing for each of the 3 places. And then have it split up equally. So like, if there are 4 people on a team, and that team wins, they get $50. Split that 54 ways. That's $25 each.
I think your maths isn't.
Sorry, no, not $25. That's $15 each, I think, which is kind of nothing.
12.5.
It should be, yeah. If we think that people should be able to compete and feel like they won as a team, and feel like they were rewarded as a team, we need to bring that money amount up just for this tournament, so that the team can get the money. I mean, we'll only really ever do this once per year. Because of that, like, thing.
I will say that there's one thing that I hadn't really thought about, which is we do it once for this tournament, right? We say that because this is a team event, we're deciding to, change the pricing round a little bit. And then what happens should we, literally just what happens next tournament, for example?
You probably just go back to normal. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
no, I'm talking
especially
about
because
specifically from a player's point of view. I guess, it is very easy for us to explain and just say that, hey, this is us chipping in a little bit extra. This is why we can't quite, just have this as a standard.
This. Yeah.
But
why we can't do this often. Yeah, this is a special thing. We want people to feel like playing in a team. They are playing and participating on a team and not just by themselves, but in a sort of like niche. Like they are actually like working together, helping each other win.
Yeah.
Because although they're in each other's corner, they're coaching each other as to how to play their decks better. We want people to feel like they are winning as a team. And if only one person gets the prize money after all that, it feels kind of shitty that you helped them get money and you get jack shit.
Yeah.
Or, fucked up, one team takes the top 3 slots, and now they have essentially like engineered a scenario where they all get the money and then they just pool it and then redistribute it. They essentially could attempt to fix the bracket that way.
I mean, yeah, but
that ways to disencourage people from fixing the bracket.
I don't think people would fix the bracket per se. I'm very cautious about saying.
We're all friends here, but you always want to make sure you're not accidentally encouraging it.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Believe me, I used to run community Smash tournaments when I was in college. People would match fix in that to get the prize money, and the prize money was like $20. Never underestimate the level that people will stoop to in order to just get like a little bit of cash for pretty much free.
I think that's a little bit of a pessimistic outlook on it, but on the other hand, it might also be a bit realistic.
But that's just me. I think that if we increase the amount of pricing specifically for this tournament to encourage that sort of like that team mindset, to be like everybody on the team gets X amount of money split evenly, we have to figure out how much. Like let's say I throw $50 in, you throw £50 in, which then equals out to like 49 point something USD. Goot throws in 50 equivalent for themselves, which equals out to about the same for USD. We pool that together, and then we evenly distribute that between the 3 places.
The thing is, I think that's like
and then from
loads.
there we then see what happens when we split it up.
Because the thing is, we still have. Gotta remember, we still have how much is it from Joe? Total 45 from Joe. Like for the regular pricing.
Yep. It would go on top of the regular pricing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You got to remember, we're starting from 45, so we don't necessarily need to chuck in just like a whole 50, right? We can say that the overall pricing is marginally lower, but there is more for like more people, and that would be enough of a draw.
Sorry, I lost track of what you were saying.
I was saying that, like, let's say that I think, what is it, top prize is 25, right? And, second is 15, last is 5, or third is 5, as the current standings, right? We could say that it is fine that, okay, first place does not get, like, 25 this time, but as a result, because we're kind of, like, redistributing it, let's say, there's a team that ends up with, like, 6, let's say it's 6 people on each team, or 8 people on each team. Because of the redistribution, we're able to do, like, 15 per person, right? Why did I let that? Like, okay, so 4 people, let's just say 4 people. Like, top prize is normally 25. And we can ignore the other 20 that's going to second and third total at the moment, right? Because we're doing a team effort. If we wanted to say 20 for a team of 4, because they all helped, they all put in for it, we only need to, between the 3 of us, put in like another 35 total, right? That's not much. On the other hand, if we want to say, do the same amount, let's say 20 per, for a full team of 8, we now suddenly need, 160 total, of which 45 is covered, so we need 115, which means that each of us is chipping in 38? No. 36, 37... between 30 and 40. Like, just under 40. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, it's a one-off, it's a special thing. You should also, like... I'm in a comfortable position where I could actually just do that. But I can't speak for Goop. I don't know, like, what their kind of situation is. So... Yeah. We assume...
If it was just us two, it's entirely voluntary as well.
Yeah, I know it's entirely voluntary. It just seems weird that it's like just the one guy, Yeah,
like I don't want to ask Joe for any more money than he already costs
exactly. That's
to
another
the pot for stuff like that. His 45, that is the pot for normal victory. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we explain to people this is only happening because, like, you might see the number is higher.
Yeah.
For this tournament for the prizing, that's because it's being split up it's being split between the people whose team takes first place.
Yeah.
Whose team takes the top, whose team gets to the top, and then the teams that place the highest beneath them. So we're less tracking the individual people who are dueling, or more tracking the 1 second, I did mute.
Okay.
Stupid fucking phone. Stupid phone, give it to me. Like you have been taking your shit on a call. No. So here's a scenario that could happen. In the early part of the tournament, let's say 2 of the teams essentially just sort of destroy each other and end up being like a close lock-in for third, but none of them are in the tournament now.
Yeah.
They have both been knocked out. It's like only Fusion versus Synchro, for example. All the Link and all of the XYZ players have all knocked each other out early.
Yep.
Over the rest of the tournament, Synchro ends up in a position to cleanly take first before all the matches have been resolved, and all the other matches that remain are just with their own teammates.
Yeah.
What do we do? Do we let them continue to play it out for fun, but knowing that they have first place and the tournament is now over pretty much? Or do we also give a small extra prize to the person who comes out on top of all that? By which I mean, for example, like, you give an extra, like, $20 to the person who is the person who takes that first that first prize slot. Who does hit the top of the bracket.
Yeah.
Or do you just do it for the team and that's it? Because in that situation, what happens when like early on there's kind of a lock-in for who is in first, second, and third.
I mean, at the end of the day, you could offer it up and just say that, right, we know that the outcome is that Synchro has, like, won the tournament. Congrats, Synchro. That, like, you know, you are free to play this out at your own leisure. But because the pricing is completely equal, and because the pricing is completely equal, and we know that Synchro has won the event as a whole, we will start prep for the next tournament and just kind of, like, you know, just pay it out.
I was going to say, are you okay with that happening?
I think that would be fine. But it's kind of about, like, the thing is, if
that one team can take the top prize over the other, they should be allowed to continue competing.
I think if people are, you know, that into it, that, like, they want to continue playing, they continue playing, right? End of the day, like, they can still arrange it in their own time. They're still part of the Discord server.
We make a little custom field center and send it to the person who takes first place. I don't fucking know. But you know what I mean. Like,
I know
do we want, or are we okay with it ending early because, like, one team just dumpster fucked? Actually, no. You did you did it out where you were like the first point where someone from their own team will face each other is like round 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fine.
I can't remember how far up in the Discord that is.
Deep. But yeah, like, the point where people would be facing each other in their own team, if that was to happen, would be so far above the level where it's okay at that, because the tournament will have run far enough at that point where it's okay if it ends early.
Yeah. I'm just trying to.
I'd be okay with it ending early. I don't know about you. That's why I asked.
Right. So. Yeah, looking at it,
I was also considering giving away a prize card.
It's looking
like
at, yeah.
I have a bunch of very nice quarter century secrets and stuff like that I pulled from boxes. I was like, I could just give one of those away as the prize card for the person who wins. Yeah, they can keep it for their own physical deck in real life, or they could just fucking flip it for extra money if they wanted to.
I was about to say, using...
I had a Fualos for a while.
Assuming equal numbers, the earliest you face another teammate is quarterfinals of the main bracket, by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. If that's where the tournament gets decided, is quarterfinals, and then everybody else is from like the Synchro team, for example, who gives a shit? That's fine.
It is a reasonable amount of time for the tournament to run.
That's a perfectly acceptable outcome. That means like 3/4 of the tournament has already been decided. Now, if people are still competing for second and third place, they should be allowed to continue competing. But if first place is locked in, they can just take their prizing and be done.
Yeah.
But I foresee the actual situation will be people fighting tooth and nail, match by match, yard by yard, to get that to get those top spots.
Probably.
I highly doubt we're gonna have a situation where it's like, where like top place is like pretty much confirmed. That shit's fucking whack. I think that it would be fun to do this once, maybe a year, but I also wanted to, at some point later on, I was going to basically offer a bounty. I was going to slap on an extra like a big prize for first place and be like, let's just do a TCG tournament. Like, roll up with the actual TCG ban list, build your favorite deck that you want to play in the regular paper game right now. Who is the actual king of games? No jank, no bullshit, no funny format.
Yeah.
Fucking go head to head, figure it out. But I don't know how the community would react to that. Bring your best
Some
brew,
people
I
would
guess.
enjoy it, definitely.
Yeah.
But it is some...
Feel basically like a miniature version of the Chalice Line Monthly. Like, all right, you've been doing this hard enough. First place, $100. Let's see who's the fucking king of games and just see who responds. But that's just me. My way of driving up interaction is just, what if the pricing was bigger?
I mean, that'll do it to an extent.
And I want more people to participate.
There's also
people did bring up,
like, there's
yeah,
also the issue that more people participate exclusively because of the prize.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this tournament, because of that higher prize pool, does drive some more people to be interested in playing, and maybe encourages them to try playing in the future. The idea is I want to increase engagement. I want there to be more people who are interested in the tournament, who stick through the tournament from the beginning to end. And I would like there to be to encourage people to do their duels on time and like have fun. And I know that there's a couple people here who make things unfun and slow and boring, but I feel like that's like few and far between next to the people who like genuinely enjoy competing. I hope we have about 20 people.
20 people would work out. That'd be okay.
I just feel like I changed the rules for how we do, how we adjudicate how long is long enough to play. I changed the rules to be like way stricter. You have 7 days plus 3 extras, and if you don't say shit after those extra days are done, you're disqualified. Yeah. And I feel like people saw that and went, oh, I don't think I'd be able to do my game in a week. I might need 2 weeks to do my game. I can't compete now. I'm a little my schedule isn't quite so
flexible
good to be able to do that. And I'm like, now I'm second guessing how strict I was with the timing on that.
I mean, the thing is, like, a week and a bit is a reasonable amount of time. It's just sometimes people's life is just busy, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, like, I want to find out whether people are would prefer to duel with about 2 weeks of time available. Duel within 2 weeks of receiving the message that your duel is ready.
Or disqualified. I feel like we'd be in a rather
if you take... it's basically the idea of if you take too long and you just blow the shit off, then you should be disqualified because you're holding up your opponent. Because they want, and then eventually you're holding up the whole tournament because there are 5 slots that can't be decided because you lost one game and then pieced out and didn't finish anything else. Now, you could say, I don't want to duel anymore, in which case, that's fine. We just drop you from the tournament at that point, and it's fine. But if you just go radio silent, which is... What?
Think you can get out and mow the lawn while it's still nice out?
Later. I think we only have 2 people who are like truly a problem with that. It's Void and
Mithra.
It's Void and Mithra. Void just literally voids. They disappear like completely. Mithra's around. She just like comes home from work, types out like 1 or 2 messages, and then just goes and flops. And that's it for the rest of the day. That was kind of why I changed the rules.
Oh yeah, like I understand exactly why you did it.
This is the soft, like, the Mithra hurry up rule.
Hmm.
She's held up, like, 4 tournaments in a row now.
Yeah.
I get it. Her schedule's fucked. She works like a fucking graveyard shift, so when you sleep during the day and you're awake during the night, that screws everything up.
The thing is, it screws things up for
But it's
more,
not
like,
fair to the
sane
fucking
country,
other
that's the
people that are in the
thing.
tournament who are waiting for you.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to ban her permanently from the tournament because she's a great competitor, and we need
Oh
people
yeah,
to,
like,
you know,
really
be in
solid
this.
as a duelist.
We need butts and seats. But it's a very much you really need to get on top of this because it's holding the tournament back.
Hmm.
This exists specifically for like 2 people, and I guess also the rules for like bad mouthing people and being annoying exist because Zero complains a lot. So if they complain too much, eventually we can just ban them. But they're not like mean about it usually. They just bitch.
Yeah.
They just love bitching. I get it. I like to complain too. We're not a perfect community.
Well, find me one. In the first place.
Except for hunts. Oh, no. The small beings that exist within our periphery.
Hmm.
I've also been thinking a bunch about the Monarch format.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. How that will get run the next time around. With 2 wheels. 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Basically, you just choose the wheel you want to spin on when you go to spin the wheel.
Hmm.
But when you spend your respin, it has to be on the same wheel you just spun. You can't switch to the other one and go, spin me on that one instead.
Hmm.
That's it. That's the only change that I really put in. Does that seem fine?
I think that makes sense, yeah.
You funny. You funny. Up. I know what that is. How many times have I rolled over in my bed that I've moved that to the corner? Jeez. I'll just totally remake my bed. Fuck it. Remake the whole goddamn thing. Anyways, is that everything about the faction wars that we're okay with?
I think
Like,
so.
do you think you have time someday to do the math to figure out how much money we would have to throw in?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what kind of ballpark we want, right? But I feel like I've got it roughly worked out at, what we want to do. Like, it feels like 10 feels like the lowest we want to go, and it feels like 20 is probably the highest.
Yeah.
And so, what we can do is we could adjust for turnout close to the time, or we can just plan it in advance. There's 2 ways of doing it.
Yeah, I guess we could plan once we figure out what the turnout's going to be.
Hmm.
Yeah. Once we know how many people are there, we can pretty easily, we can pretty easily figure out how much extra money we're throwing in the pot.
Yeah.
But if people know how much is in the pot before they join, that might drive up
Yeah,
engagement.
that's the thing. And we win a game.
Yeah. What I'm thinking of is if we say, for example, increase the first prize to let's say the maximum we each throw in is 50, so we boost the total amount of money in there by 100 USD. And it was just me and you. divide that evenly between 3 places,
Hmm.
and then just let that be where it is. And if there are less people overall in the tournament, then I guess you get a bigger slice of that amount.
Yeah, I guess. If we
But
said
we
in
want to
theory,
encourage that kind of behavior.
if we said in theory it was 150, like let's say that's the hypothetical amount that we're just popping into this, and that's it.
Yep.
Then.
Yep.
I mean, where are we looking? The low end for our turnout is normally 12 people. Ritual 1 was actually a lot lower than normal, so that was an exception to the rule.
I was gonna say, the last couple tournaments that I've run, that I've done things for, like Monarchs, we had like almost 24 people.
Yeah.
And we did the custom pack tournaments. Those were
like 24.
Like every time we run like a big important event,
yeah,
like that's like really different.
Yeah.
We get a lot more interest.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm not blind to that fact. So, but the thing is, like low end, right? 12 people, 3 per faction. That's a nice easy split of like 50 per person, which is like a huge reward. But that's like if it's the low end of engagement. At the high end of engagement, we've ran these with up to like we've ran these with like 32 people, which would be 4 teams of 8, which means that everyone is getting what is it, 15 I think 17 and a half, which is not insignificant. That's fine. I think that ballpark figure is actually alright. I know it's I mean, you haven't completely just plucked it out of the air. You've obviously thought about it.
That would be what we would be so the reward for first place, everybody would be getting about $50.
If it was low participation.
Yeah. If it was low participation, yeah. Which is still pretty good. But it's like, because of how these events work out, because like there's extra interest because it's like a big, important, complicated thing. It's like more than just build your deck but do a funny thing with it. Yeah, people seem to like the events. They like being able to do the thing where they had like the custom packs. They really liked they really like Monarch format because it was just different.
Yeah.
Hey, here's half your deck. Finish the rest. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then the one person who saw the fucked up hand trap list that was just kind of run whatever the hell you wanted.
The 2 people.
Was like, we did that. And then RJ and Beast moded that shit with fucking voice lists and the fuck dominated.
Yeah.
Dominating! No, it was a weird time. What happens if we get like max like higher participation? So let's say we have like 20 people. What does each person in first place get?
If it's 20 people, that means it's just 4 teams of 5, which means that everyone gets 30, which is pretty good as well. I think I think 150 really does work.
Usual, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say that's a decent amount. If you're okay with that amount, we'd have to ask Goop how much they can put in to like.
If Goop can't put in anything, I am still comfortable with the amount. Like I could, like the thing is,
so
I think
you are comfortable with that amount or not comfortable?
I am, because I think
you am okay.
I'm pretty sure. Last I checked, that the pound is minutely but slightly stronger than the dollar, and so I don't actually have to put in like.
Only gonna get stronger, my friend.
And so I don't have to put in a significant amount. It's still about the same. I was
gonna say, like, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be so funny. when this shit finally fucking resolves and things start to like shrink back to like what it could be considered to be a level of normality, I expect that the U.S. economy, that the dollar will have taken quite a fucking hit. It's like, wow, why the hell do you trust the U.S. money system when you could accidentally fucking put complete dumbass in charge who ruins everything? I thought were stable because nobody would be that stupid.
Well,
Like, well,
you thought.
it's like motherfucker, you thought.
Yeah, it does feel like it's just an ever-expanding shit show.
Well, it's because he's a dumbass, and he shows a bunch of dumbasses who all want to be in charge at the same time. So they're all fighting each other over who gets to be the most in charge. Like, no, you're supposed to do what I want.
I'm not gonna say there aren't problems over here, but it feels like it's a very, like, glacial decline by comparison, you know? It feels...
Britain.
It feels
After
like...
the loss of the Empire,
someone has been told
out.
that you have to, like, someone has been told, okay, the country's going to hell. You've got, like, 26 years to get it there. And then the other person has been told it's a 100-meter sprint. That's what it feels like from my point of view.
Yeah. You're like, hey, don't break the world. God, it breaks the world.
Did I say 26 years? 26 miles. I didn't
did
even
you raise
use the
the
correct
dead?
analogy.
What's the one thing I told you not to do? Raise the dead. And what did you do? Raise the dead.
I feel like I used the actual wrong analogy. I think I said 26 years. I meant 26 miles. Someone has been told, you know, it's a marathon, 26 miles. Someone else has been told it's a 100-meter sprint.
I don't care about meters or whatever. Just you
analogy.
Europeans get to use real numbers. We use funny fake numbers over here in America.
I mean, you say that. I am a European, but I use mixture. Like, there are plenty of measurements which are done in inches,
you're
feet,
British.
stone.
You invented the foot in the yard and things like that. You get to be annoying like that a little bit, you know?
Did we? I don't know. I don't know enough about all these weird and funky measurements. I also don't know what my opponent is doing.
You don't know what a rupture is?
Don't know what a what?
What a sunshine unit. Rupture. The fucking Russian measurement of absorbed radioactive dose.
Huh.
3.25 rutgens. Not great, not terrible. Did you ever watch Chernobyl?
The HBO series?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
I've watched
So the actual thing when it happened, you know, because you know you're a vampire, right? You live for 1,000 years.
I mean, I'm pale as, so you know, might as well be. But no, I did watch the HBO series, or at least most of it, because my cousin was like my cousin's very interested in nuclear physics. He is, he is somewhat autistic, and it's just one of those things, you know. This is his it's the topic. This one.
Oh no, the bad thing happened once. I guess we could never use nuclear power again.
I mean, the bad thing has happened like 2 or 3 times actually, but it doesn't particularly matter.
It's one of those things where, yeah, when things go bad, they go really bad. Here's the downside. You have to engineer things in a specific way where that is possible. Like, if you fuck up kind of on purpose because money cost too high, me no want spend, you deserve the thing that happens later where everything goes wrong. You're like, who could have predicted this?
Yeah.
Bitch, everybody who told you and you ignored. You walked past the 5 signs that said walking past this sign is death, and then you died, and then
got surprised.
6 feet at the gate. Like, he's not gonna be surprised. He's just gonna pull the lever. Pull the lever, crunk. stupid fucking trading cards. I need more. I don't have to fucking put them all in. All right. If we're all good, I'm gonna get rolling so that I can go get the rest of my day done.
Yeah, that's fine. You go do you.
I think
overall,
let me know if there's any other any
Yeah, I think
you need
overall
from me.
we've actually ironed the things out that we needed to.
Yeah. And I guess at some point we will put up the rest of the formats that I've put together onto the list of cool things people can do.
Agreed.
I've had wind and water for ages. Same thing with fairies and fiends.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. I'll see you later.
Yep, see yous. Right, and we can get back to a fairly as normal stream. I can close Discord, I can close the various tabs I had open. We're all good. Welcome, viewer. If it's still you, Gaming Nation, you know, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Could you just attack with the big... It's not even bigger. Ah. No, I'm not going to do anything. Oh, come on. That's just mean. If this stream has been very nonsensical to anyone wondering, I was discussing tournament things and I didn't realise that everyone could hear midnight for the longest time. And so when this does eventually come out on the YouTubes, it's probably going to come out with things muted. But hey. This is really rough. I need to be able to resolve, like, magic cylinder into magical cylinder, and I'm not going to be able to, and I think I've just kind of lost here. But yeah, we were talking about tournament things from, like, a Discord server that I'm on, like Joe's Discord. I really hate that this is on the field. This is the only thing that's annoying. Well, they have a drill beam somewhere. It's probably this set card, but, you know. I mean, they just return this to the hand, don't they? They're returning telepathic power. Interesting. Let's go, Cylinder. I pulled a really good card earlier as well. You know what I pulled? I pulled Magnum number 2. Card that's currently limited. So, unfortunately, I can't use that. In fact, you may or may not be privy, because if you take a look at the deck, there is a difference. This one is shiny. Where are we at? Look. Got a Super Poly and a Future Fusion with no targets. That's outstanding. That's exactly what you want. I've got the true Sun God. I've got... Well... No, hold on. I think Guardian Slime technically mentions Ra. So this is what? Yeah, this stops everyone from attacking on the turn they're summoned and gives me, like, Guardian Slime. And it's not like I have the Egyptian God Slime. No. I have Metal Reflect, but I don't think it's worth it. We got Loyal Guan Yun recently, who is not bad. Like, it is Sidra, but I think we need it in a pure going second deck. Like Kaiju's. We've got an Illusion, which, you know, that's not terrible. But we'd have to put it out on the field first. What else have we picked up? A couple things here and there. FA. Sorry, Anyway, yeah, we got the Rogue Air Field spell, which I don't think is really going to help us out. Got a second Haggard, which is fun, but probably not great. We got this counter trap. We're very heavy on the synchros, but I don't think it's quite worth putting in. A second Torrential. A Warrior Fusion payoff, to an extent. Gaia, which can be a double attacker, so that's kind of neat. We got our third Road Roller and our third Flame Armor. And we got a Mech Lord support. Oh, and a second Book Moon. And a Drytron. So we could technically do Drytron ritual things. It's just not great. You have the Wonky Quartet. You see, now that is a fantastic card. Oh, this as well. Which works with both our Paleos and the Light Pacifists. So definitely have to revisit that again. But at the moment we're trying out Cosmo. We're giving it its fair shot. It started a little last stream. And we're giving it a go this stream. We've won some duels. We've had our opponents quit on a greater number, I think, this time, but we have won some duels. Mainly through the power of Floodgates. Whether it's Inspector Border or Light Imprisoning Mirror, they are really putting in the work. We are going first, and we have nothing, but they don't know that, so set 3, and hopefully scare them. Well, I do like seeing that at the moment, because drawing the Light Imprisoning Mirror against that is just so funny. Like, okay, they still get their normal summon, and that can be dedicated to some strategy that I don't know. It could be a dark strategy for all I care. But I do get to use Light Imprisoning Mirror to stop some of their plays. And the Fiendsmith line is a pretty decent line to stop. And there we go. All we need is an actual monster on the field that we could summon, you know? As soon as we get a Machine in the Grave, we get Regulus online. Which... I need to check my deck for what machines have the same attribute, because currently it's just Dark Machines. I guess Light Machines as well, but... it's still worth it, I think. Yeah, there you go. Dark Bestial Magnamut. They get Search Dragon in end phase. So it might actually just be branded then. E-Telly. You synchroing for 9? Or doing a link to? It's Punk! Punk do not have lights. Light Imprisoning does stop Pep, though. For what it's worth. So they don't have that. That is a Synchro 9. Wolfriet. I don't think I'm activating card effects in this, you know. Oh, but you are, right. Another monster's effect. And they got the new cards. I don't think we're winning this. I think we're losing it in just a slightly different fashion. If they go into Pep, I at the very least get to save myself from some damage. But they probably don't realise that. Nightmare Phoenix is a really good pull. Like, just extra deck spell trap or monster removal is always solid. But it's Amazing Dragon. Amazing Dragon is a wind. Are you using the effect? Yes. What is the card you return? Is it Light Imprisoning? No. It is Cosmojo. That's okay. That is suddenly a lot less okay. 700. Okay. Now it's less than that. They have another 300 on what they have here. Pay 600 to... Ah, wait, they've got one material. They're saving it as a negate. Just lacking some decent spell traps. Yeah. The struggle with this is just how many cards are archetypal, right? And you have a level 3 Psychic. Yes, they can stop Regulus. Yeah, well, wasn't doing it anyway. This has been a bit of a rough stream. I think I will edit this when it goes up in post to just, like, mute myself for the first part. How's the match history looking? I think it's pretty awful. Yeah, we started with that. Yeah, we started there. 1 in... what, 7? 4 in 7. So that's 5 in 14. And that's 6 in 19 at the moment. It is still about a third. It really doesn't feel like it. Let's just check. Where are we at the moment? Yeah, we've got a good couple of duels insulation, you know, just a little bit. But, it's proven a little bit rough at the moment. I don't know if that's particularly my deck building at the moment, or just, you know, it's still a Masochist deck at the end of the day. Definitely need to look into changing some of the decks that we have on the sidelines. It is gonna get harder as I climb. Like, we've been hard stuck in Platinum for months on end. And there is no way that is changing anytime soon. This hand ain't great, but it does exist, and so we'll summon 1, summon 2. If they have Anima, I guess we misclicked. I did mean to put it in this one over here, but what can you do? Click better. How are you anyway? It's good to have someone in stream. 1, 2. Real thought going into the next plays. I think this might actually be Eldritch, you know. Just take it back and resummon it. Yeah. Spell traps or monsters? Which way? Spell traps. Was that Magic Jammer? That was indeed Magic Jammer. I don't think I care about that one. I think there are much better cards I'd actually rather stop. So set 1. Summon. Biggest boy. Well, you know, I'll take that. Fucking Christ. Alright. You can chill out with what you've opened over there. Opened a normal summon in MST. Opened Called by, Solemn, Storm, and Magic Jammer. That is a Red Eyes card. I can summon back the Good Witch, make a Link to, and then get to Boldrake. That's an option. I'm not sure my face down's going to do anything. But yeah, I think that might be the play. So, normal summon. Activate effect. Pay 500. Get the banished. That works. Effects negated, right? Yeah, effects are negated. Haggard? Yeah. Haggard on field for a little bit of damage, and we can possibly get a draw. We will banish the Good Witch, and get out the Boldrake. Go battle, swing for 7, and swing for 8. Main 2, I am going to leave the Haggard on field because we've got Mirror Force. I would rather Bestial this, but, you know. Well, yeah, okay, maybe I would have rather to draw now. Fuck, chill out. What the hell? You've drawn all the board breakers and the starter. What the hell? Chill. This guy, Joey. You know, that's funny. I get to set this, they hit it, and then they suddenly can't use monster effects, which, you know, I think I like that. It's at 2, they've used 1. Oh, you just summon from deck. You can just get the 24. Jesus. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if I normal summon this, he just crashes it first. It's fucking Dragoon. He is just about to make Dragoon. What the fuck, man? Yeah, 60 cards. Harpies is a 1-of. Lightning Storm is a 2-of. Raigeki is a 2-of. You can bet they are not playing 2-ofs of any of those. I am almost willing to bet money on the fact that they're not playing 2 Raigeki. They're not playing 2 Raigeki. Not 2 Called by. They're not playing. I know my deck is a lot of 1-offs. But, like, I didn't open crazy. I opened just cards. One of them wasn't even good against his deck. It's like, great, I open Inspector Border on turn 4. What good is that gonna do me? Oh, for fuck's sake. Am I breaking this with a single Fenrir? What do we think? It's a 2800 attack Fenrir. But do we think I'm breaking it with a Fenrir? They're making DPE pass. I don't think I am, actually. They use DPE, they pop the Fenrir, and Fenrir doesn't get a trigger. Or DPE gets to come back. Banish from your graveyard, so I can get it back. But, nah. Kyoto Waterfront, do you fear kaijus? He does. I mean, at least they're, you know, they're doing the smart thing and popping DPE. Special. And yeah, just go battle. Activate. Banish. Summon Darklaw and attack. Or defense. I didn't see them get that. But the thing is, the move is always to banish Shadow Mist because it is a searcher. Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Like, but the thing is, it's always correct to attempt to banish the Shadow Mist, right? Because if it's going to grave, they just let it go to grave for the search. Yeah, and that's not activating the effect. You can't do damage step things. What did they add to hand? They added Vion to hand. But this is a really good extender. What are you putting on the top of your deck? Vion does just start things, but like that's yeah, like they have extenders. If I didn't get the Vion, right, they did that last turn. So far, a lot of these cards which require X-type have not really done so good. Yeah, they have, like, so many extenders. At least I managed to get DPE into the graveyard, you know? And keep the Fenrir. If this gets hit to the grave, we've got this card for it. I don't know. I really don't know what we actually do on their turn. Hope to draw into a Cosmo. Is that the idea? 2! They didn't use his effect. You can only use each effect once per turn. Each hero card in your graveyard. I was about to say, yeah, okay, sure. I thought they had more hero cards in grave. You're not a hero. This is a hero. 200 attack per. 1, 2, 3. No, wait. I'm so confused why I'm only losing 400. That's a hero. That's a hero. So that alone should... Did they just get rid of the revive card? You absolute twat. How do you snipe the relevant card? I set 2. It's a 50-50 gamble. How do you just get the good one? That's elemental hero, but this is just heroes. That's plasma. Is that just a once per turn steal? It is a once per turn steal. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that don't do it. Here I thought I was being smart. I don't know if I should have saved the Fenrir or if I should have just... I don't know. What is the optimal point to interrupt a deck with like 50 extenders? They already have a couple of bodies. Between whether I bother to banish the Malicious or whether I bother to banish the Vion. Hand works. Does it do much beyond that? Not really, but it does work. Problem. Solved. How? How is this our pattern of duels? I got 3 for a surrender. It's just... Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. They're just surrendering. They're just blanket surrendering because I dueled against them 20 minutes ago? Half an hour ago? An hour ago? How long ago is that now? 1856. They are trying to D-rank. But you know what that means? At the very least, we got to win. We got legacy tickets. Yay. Huh. Spirit support. That's terrible. Absolutely awful. FTK component, and we don't have the rest of them. That's a card. No. It's another Glad Beast, but we're still kind of missing all the good stuff. Awkward Actress or an unfinished archetype. And Glad Beast stuff, so yep, none of that is particularly playable. Right, Master Packs. I dare not question ye, but your Yuwa choices are very strange. Pray tell, is Bestial Magma becoming semi-limited next ban list? Mech Knight. This is good for Earth Machine. I forget if we have a 10. Wait, this doesn't lock us actually, and we do have 10s. I don't know if it's worth it in our current Earth Machine piles, but we do have rank 10s that we can summon. That's neat. It's plant stuffs. And that's reptile stuffs, that's pretty cool actually. Much better for going second, which I am just inherently scared of. That beast cards being locked in the solo mode would make sense. As would X-Saber cards of various descriptions. That's so awful. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, another Shine Eye. Winder Stadium. Stadium's pretty good for like UAs. Like this is solid. Neospatian, so it's worthless. Spell Gear. No. Dark Mist, but that's not our first one. And Super Quant. Yeah, these are pretty lackluster packs this time. I guess for a pretty lackluster win. Thing is, you know that guy's trying to D-rank and all that. He's already hit, like, Plat 5. He isn't D-ranking harder. You can't get back into gold until the month is over. And if it's been an hour since I last saw him, there's no way he hasn't got, like, the surrenders required to be at the bottom. You know, this would have been really, really cool going first. By really cool, I mean set. Oh, come on! This would have done it! Summon Border, set Lighten Priz, win game, GG. Easy. I completely seriously think we don't have a shot because they've gone first. They just do the full Fiendsmith line, end on Desiree. We can summon this, we can set like 3 cards, but they probably just end up negating this when we flip it on their turn, because they still get a monster effect, even if they only end on Lynx. And it's also White Forest. They're not just going to end on Lynx. I'm going to save us a cutscene. Oh, that hand just cooks going first. If thing happen, different thing happen. Oh, fuck off. Come on. It's just... Why are they taking so long to choose? Are you disconnected? No response? Yeah, no response from the game server. Well, load into a different one where we can lose the coin toss. Speak and it shall be. Well, let's see. There's every chance they just broke. Hand's not bad. 13. 40. Can we do it? This is useless. These two might... This can help. Right. Okay. There's your vision. That's the normal summon. If this card is normal special, if a card would be... Yeah. If sent to the graveyard, add a spell trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. I need to quickly read through the various spell traps, don't I? I think we're okay, actually. It is target 1 and spec it, so we're fine. They're going first. So they can't, even if they can summon something bigger, they can't attack over Boldrake immediately. And I might be able to attack over the things they do. They get a search. Taiwan wants to banish it. Yeah. So they just do that for the Boldrake, surely. Set 2. I don't think I know... Yeah, I don't know anything else from their hand. Normal summon this. You don't mention it, do you? Nope. Battle. Declare an attack in. No. The attack has been declared. And it gets stopped. Okay. Well. I don't know why they stopped that, for the record. Like, I genuinely don't know why. Right, this isn't doing anything. These are only doing things on attack declarations. Mirror Force is by far the best one. Magic Cylinder is probably the one we're going to use first, though. Assuming they make it there. I like to press shiny button. Maybe. Wall of text and deciding not to read any of it. I mean, they did see I had 3 cards in hand, but, like... What, like... I need to declare the effect before I get to the damage step, so... Are they just successfully reading into it that I have battle phase shenanigans? They could be, but I just don't think it's likely. There's the Bone Archfiend. You know, make a light monster for Gills. It really would be funny. That's 9. Oh, of course it's 9. Is it Scarlet Security? No. Vision Resonator. Which they haven't used yet because I banished their other one. So they're going to do that now. I think we do Fervor first. Right? Depending on what else they do. Because this has a once per turn negate, I think we might do Fervor first. And that gets you into this one. If the... Oh, it's exactly 1. But the thing is, it just gets you to Red Dragon Archfiend anyway, and that'll do it, right? Absolute Power Force. Just Armades, because why not? Why'd you set a card? That was an 8. If that's the quick play spell that you just set, you do understand you can't activate it. I think they set the quick play spell. Just like clockwork, let's go. I don't lose any life points. They negate my very important battle trick. And they hit him with the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss because you set the spell, because reasons. Idiot. Sure. Not that I mind. My monster is now in defense position. Fuck you. Like, I either activate it now or I don't, right? And the thing is, I'm pretty sure I just lose next turn. What saves me? This is not a saves me thing. But I can kaiju you. And I will kaiju you. You're activating it now. Why? Not doing anything this turn. That's the only thing that's tempting me to stay in, the fact that they keep clicking buttons because buttons. Like, end of the day, I think I'm still cooked. This is... yeah, level 5 or higher dark, level 5 or higher dark, they're gonna do... yeah, just save myself a cutscene. I mean, it's always going to be difficult. We're not playing probably the best deck we could. I don't know what is the best deck out of all these. But we're probably not playing the best thing we could. Might be Stun. I did realise the other day that actually we were giving ninjas a bit of a rough time. Because I could actually have chucked in a Metal Morph package. And while I don't think that would have upped the win rate drastically, I think it would have helped them out. Oh, this is certainly a hand in it. However, I think we are pretty safe. Because this feels like it's just a bot. Do we have any Synchro 4s? I don't think we do. No. Lowest Synchro is 7, which we have 3 of. But we haven't ever really used the Pegasus. It's extra deck spell trap removal. We do want it, but, like... yeah, sure. I'll wait until battle phase to do it, but, like, sure. Actually, is there a point? I'm not sure there's a point. Because I can... yeah, I'll just leave it. I can use the Cosmos Shoreman to bring it back. Summon Assault Synchron, Synchro for 8. Cost me 3 monsters, but it's still a Synchro 8. And summon back the Magnamut. Or summon the Magnamut to trigger that whole chain. Which will get me a Dragon Search in the end phase. Why not get the search this turn? In fact, why not nearly OTK them, probably? Yazi isn't the thing to do. So, yeah, the way we do it is you normal summon this one, activate the effect, target the banished, get it back. I believe it can attack, but we probably don't. Yeah. Special. And just synchro with all of them. How much damage we got on? 56. Yeah, we're not killing them instantly, but I guess it doesn't matter. We just need to put guys on board. And then, doesn't really matter, that one. Pretty sure there just wasn't a way for lethal this turn, so it's as good as we're getting. It is still technically some kind of disruption. Oh no. They're gonna book a moon. Itself. Alright. I'm gonna synchro summon for Big Boy though. I like Gogenzaka. I need to up the win rate. Hey, we got a Cosmo. Normal summon. And Speckle. The effect's negated, right? Yeah. It also locks us, so, Big Boy. Absolutely massive lad. Well, one of the quicker bot duels we've had, actually. See, that's the kind of explosive hand Cosmos can get if your opponent does nothing. But more realistically, that's not the kind of plays we're making. Two tickets. And yeah, we'll save those for a point when we get to 3 or more. But we will open these master packs as probably the last ones of the stream. Right. Phasing Pendulum. Specifically Magician Pendulums. More stuff for stun. I think we want that. Fenrir is a condition. The Kaijus are conditions. Tribute a wind spellcaster target one. We're actually very slowly getting Magic Spectre stuffs. It is slow, but we are getting them. We have an amount of the spell traps and the monsters. No, that's fine, but it's not great. That's okay. If exactly one monster is special summoned from the hand to your field, draw one. It's okay. That's awful. No, that is awful. Wait. Yeah, no. We don't want that. Right. I think I am going to call it a stream. It is rather warm. We've been going a while. It's been a bit of a weird stream, but it has been going. Claim up our various rewards. We're actually already really, like, eating through these gems as well. Like, I know only 5,700, but, like, we're actually getting through a good few packs a stream, even if we're not, you know, doing fantastically. Like, what, if we picked up, like, 8 wins here or something? Is it less than that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys very much for tuning in, for stopping by, for doing how you're doing, and I look forward to catching you all on Thursday's stream, about the same time, hopefully a little bit more normal. So, my name is Cat Monarch, and look forward to catching you all then. Goodbye for now.